Hello everyone. I'm using the iPhone 6 to test that. I didn't notice this until yesterday, but they posted a welcome message. Oh my god. That's a terrible sound quality.
Track position. Next. Pause. Button. Play.
That is absolutely terrible. Okay. Yeah, if I put it like this, the microphone, it's not gonna work that way. Oh my god.
Track position. Next. Pause. Button. Play.
That is absolutely terrible. Okay. Yeah, if I put it like this, the microphone, it's not gonna work. Yeah, the sound is absolutely terrible if I put it like this. Okay. Let me see how this works. If I had a pop socket, I could probably pop it up like this. That is absolutely terrible. Okay.
Track position. Select it. Lift. Select it. Lift. Track position. Next video. Pause. Button.
Like this. Okay. Actually, no, that sounds much better. Let me see how this works. If I had a pop socket, I could
Track position. Next. Pause.
That actually works much better, actually. Wow. Okay. Well then, let me use my... I need something to prop this up. Oh, crap. Let me actually lean against this. Let me see if I can use a Bluetooth speaker to prop it up. Oh, there we go. That works. Okay, so, that gives me idea that I'm probably gonna need a pop socket. Now the reason for a pop socket is so then I can prop my phone up without, my phone being propped against something else.
Lift chat. 1. Heading. Track position. Next video. Play. Button. Lift. Button.
Let's see how good sound is now.
Track position. Next video. Pause. Button.
Yeah, it's actually much better. So I can't put my phone down, like, flat, like I can do with my iPhone 6. I have to prop it up. Which then I might need a pop socket for.
Chat message. Send. Chat. Learn more. Button. Welcome to the chat. Lift chat. 2. Heading.
There's
Actions panel.
two?
Welcome to the learn more. Chat message input. Send. Button.
Oh, there's three. There's three.
Chat message input. Learn more. Button. Welcome to the chat. 2. Heading. Actions available.
This one shows two. Now there's four. Hello. What is this?
Speech on. Learn more. Archiproved Deb. Hi XD. Speech off. 4. Heading.
What are we watching? Show. So I'm just waiting for viewers to come in, guys, and I'm also doing a test stream with my new phone. And I found out that if I prop it down flat like I do with my iPhone 6, it's actually not gonna work. So I have to either prop it sideways or
Lift chat. 3. Heading.
prop it camera facing down, which isn't gonna work either because
Welcome to the chat. Lift chat. 3. Heading.
because then you guys aren't gonna see anything. So I think the best orientation is to prop it sideways and then stand it up. But because my case isn't flat, I need something that will prop my phone up. And oh, hi, text to speech. I need something that will prop my phone up, and I might need a pop socket for that. I'm just not sure if if I can even get one of those pop sockets and put it on my case so I can prop my phone up, because the case doesn't have a flat side. I feel like if I had my other case that I got from Amazon, which I absolutely didn't like because it had two parts, I would have been able to prop it up. But yeah, I'm not. So right now I'm using a Bluetooth speaker to prop my phone up right now. What is this? Did you bought the iPhone 7 recently. No, this is actually my brother's iPhone 7. If you haven't watched my stream last night, go check it out. I explain everything about how I got the 7 and some carrier plans and stuff. What is this message? Somebody was texting me. So anyways, if you haven't seen my stream last night, I explained basically everything about what happened to my phone. So I didn't buy the iPhone 7. My brother actually bought the iPhone 10. And then he gave me his old iPhone 7. Oh. Yeah, so I didn't buy it. This is my brother's old iPhone 7. And it's now my personal phone. This iPhone 6 is also a phone that I got from my brother, which was my old phone, and I used this for like a year. I used this for about a year before upgrading recently. This one I use as a backup one, and then I have another backup one, which is my iPhone 5, which is my very first phone. Although I might actually get rid of that one because the battery is absolute crap on that thing. I really love your videos. Thanks, text-to-speech. Oh, I do own a iPhone. You have 7? Coolio. It's great. Yeah, it is actually. Check out my stream that I did yesterday. I did all my first impressions on an iPhone 7. So again, I was just waiting for viewers to tune in and do some testing with my iPhone 7, and it doesn't seem to be overheating that. It doesn't seem to be heating up that much. I like the optical image stabilization. I never realized that. It's hard because I'm blind and I can't see anything. And yet I research iOS and how, and make predictions based on, evidence and stuff. That's me. That's why my channel is called Music TTS and iOS. It's all about that. And then, I like the personal thing I like, is the mechanical home button and taptic engine. Yeah, that sounds much better rather than flipping the phone over on its screen side. I also have an iPhone 7. Nick, remember when I texted, and I said, now we're texting between iPhone 7s. I said, now when we text, it's iPhone 7 to I'm sending a message from an iPhone 7 to another iPhone 7. I just find that really weird. Okay, so the next point I wanted to get to, we have 4 watching, is, does anybody have any Christmas Carol requests? Now, the reason why I ask this is because, every year on my TTS channel, not on my electronic game channel, where are you? Lol, yeah, I remember. Yeah, Nikita, I love the taptic engine on this thing, honestly, and the mechanical home button. It's awesome. I mean, that's why the next one I wanted was a 7 or an 8. It's because I wanted an experience with a mechanical home button, because I thought it was cool how you can just click, and then when it turns off, you can't actually click the home button. I live in Canada, but I'm originally from South Korea. So I was actually born in Korea, and then I moved to Canada when I was 6. Well, I wasn't actually 6. I was like 5 and 11 months. So when I moved here, I was still 5, but I celebrated my 6th birthday here. So, the reason why I'm asking for carol requests is because every year, um, Christmas traditions are very important to me. And I can understand that it's actually important to a lot of people, especially people who are Christians. Um, by the way, I know a lot of friends who are Christian, but especially to Christians, Christmas is a very important holiday. And I'm not entirely Christian, but I used to go to church, and when I went to church, I understood kind of like the importance of Christmas. And, you know, Christmas is important to a lot of people, especially people I know. Um, my request would be silver bells. Um, all right. Okay. Cause, sorry, I'm kind of going because our choir already did silver bells. Um, you should check out Nikita. You should check out my performance videos that I have on my channel. Our choir already did silver bells. But however, I can do it again. Just because my choir did silver bells doesn't mean I'm not going to do silver bells. I can still do silver bells again. So, like I was saying, Christmas is very important to me, and I understand that it's important to a lot of people, and a lot of people that watch me on my channel. I would say close to the majority of people are Christian. And I can understand how Christmas can be really important to Christians because they celebrate the birth of Jesus. So, yeah, I'll check them when I get a chance. Yeah, okay, go. Okay, sounds good. So, Christmas is very important to a lot of people, and I want to make that importance known by posting my own carol performances on my channel. Now, by my own carol performances, I mean performances that I do solo by myself. Um, Last year I did Joy to the World and We Wish You a Merry Christmas on the flute. This year my plan is to do O Come All Ye Faithful, Ding Dong Merrily on High, and Angels. And then maybe Hark the Herald Angels Sing or Away in a Manger. But I'm not actually sure. I haven't made those options certain. And then the rest of the carols, and then I'm gonna do a Christmas caroling live stream on maybe not December 25th, but maybe a little earlier, where all of us will just do some caroling because Christmas is a very important holiday, and I want to make that importance known. So the rest of the carols that I choose is up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? My plan so far is to do O Come, Angels, and Ding Dong Merrily as my solo performances, and then the rest of the carols are up to you. You know, if you guys want to do Hark the Herald, go ahead, let's do Hark. If you want to do Silent Night, we can do Silent Night. So the rest of the carols are up to you, and I decided to make it up to you guys because I don't like, as a YouTuber, I don't like making all the decisions for myself. I believe that everyone has a say in what I do for my special events like this. So that's why I'm asking you guys. What do you guys want to do as for the rest of the carols? And then the people who request the most requests that each of the people that request the carols, everyone's requests would be granted during the live stream. One thing, we're doing 12 days for the end of the stream, we're doing 12 days of Christmas for sure because that's like my favorite, and my choir teacher, by the way, hates 12 days of Christmas. Watching your video from India? Oh, coolio. Um, I love Christmas. You should do Oh Holy Night. Okay, so Oh Holy Night. All right, we'll do Oh Holy Night. Nikita requested. Yeah. My choir teacher apparently hates 12 Days of Christmas. And cause I remember I had requested to do that for our caroling thing, and she's like, "No, we're not doing 12 Days of Christmas. I absolutely hate that song." I got kind of angry, but not really. So we've got requests for Silver Bells and Oh Holy Night. Um, I'll be taking requests until the end of the stream, but we're doing 12 Days of Christmas for sure because that's for the end of the stream, and I already have a plan for how we're gonna make it super fun. So text to speech. Yeah. So we're gonna do 12 Days of Christmas. Whether you like it, well, it's not about whether you like it or not. I just love the carol. 12 Days of Christmas is like my most favorite after Angels We Have Heard on High. So my number one favorite is Angels. Lol, I understand, but how can people hate that song? I know, right? I know, right? Like, literally. But oh well. Each to their own opinion. I know, right? Like, literally, I got kind of angry, but I didn't actually express that to her because, you know, people have their own opinion. It's like, a lot of my classmates love All I Want for Christmas Is You. But I absolutely hate that song. Like, I cannot stand it at all. All I Want for Christmas Is You is like my least favorite. I cannot stand listening to that song even for a second. I cannot. I just hate it so much. And part of it is because I hate Mariah Carey so much. Like, Mariah Carey, in my opinion, is the worst. My three favorite Christmas carols are Mary's Boy Child, Oh Holy Night, and 12 Days of Christmas. Alright, do we want to do Mary's Boy Child? Nikita Smith, I understand. Because we can do Mary's Boy Child, unless if someone else requests Mary's Boy Child. Two watching. Show latest messages. We have a lot of carols to choose from, guys. I can do, honestly, I don't care about what I like or hate anymore. It's up to you guys. I'm just gonna go. We have 3 watching. Okay. My 3. Okay, so I'm gonna continue taking more carol requests. We've already got requests for Silver Bells, which I'll do again. Silver Bells, which I'll do again. And Oh Holy Night. And then maybe Mary's Boy Child.
Left chat. 4. Heading. Track position. Left button. Selected.
Mary's Boy Child.
Track position. Left chat. 4. Pause. Button. Track position. Play.
Yeah, we're doing 12 Days of Christmas for sure. We have 6? How on earth is this possible?
Screen locked.
And guys, 12 Days of Christmas is actually going to be super fun.
Video player. Heading. Track position. Live. Button. Selected. Live. Video player. Heading. Track position. Pause. Track position. Play.
I have a question. Is the mechanical home button hard to use? Because I'm thinking of getting an iPhone 7. Okay, I have two questions. First of all, well, not two questions, but one question, what phone do you have currently? And second, I don't know why I keep forgetting, but seriously, seriously though, what phone do you have currently? And second,
Screen locked.
the mechanical home button isn't that hard. It's just simply a regular button that's not technically a button. Because like I explained in my last stream, in reality, the button doesn't actually click. So if you have seen on an iPhone anything earlier than an iPhone 7, the button is actually a pressable button. So even when you turn it off, the button's still going to work. But on a mechanical home button, it's still a button, but technically it's not a clickable button. That click is actually caused by haptic feedback. I have the iPhone 6s. Oh. Yeah, that phone is actually click of the home button is actually caused by is caused by a haptic feedback. So if you were to turn the phone off, or the phone were to die, or the phone was restarting, the button doesn't actually work, because if you try to click it, there's not going to be any feedback, and so the button isn't going to click. It's just going to the button isn't going to click. It's just going to be a round button that's not going to click. But if you have the phone on, there's going to be feedback, so the button clicks. So the mechanical home button is not that hard to use, because I can still use the mechanical home button just regularly on a home button. The only thing I would caution you, though, is when you unlock your phone, and I've had this a lot of times before, if you actually press the mechanical home button hard enough, it will actually click and recognize your Touch ID at the same time. So it will actually pass you through the lock screen and completely unlock your phone with your Touch ID. But if you were to just gently click the home button and just tap the button soft enough to not have the Touch ID part register, you're gonna go through the lock screen. So the thing I like is you can open your phone just by clicking the button, and then it will actually click and recognize your Touch ID at the same time. But if you don't want that, you have to be very kind of gentle with the home button. I personally prefer that way, because then I don't really have to go through the extra step of putting my finger on the home button for Touch ID. But and then one other thing that I noticed with my iPhone 7 is even if you actually move it slightly, it's going to unlock and lock. So you can also get to the lock screen by moving it. I was just wondering, because I need a better phone to make my TTS videos, and my battery health isn't very good. What's your battery health? What's your battery health on your 6S? Like, and by battery health on your 6S, I mean like your maximum battery capacity and stuff like that. So it's not, so one thing I found with my 7 is that if you actually move it slightly, it's still going to lock and unlock. Which is kind of annoying, but not necessarily. I find it cool.
.55 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Track position. Activity indicator. In progress.
79%? Oh. Does it show the significantly degraded warning? Or not? You can find that on the bottom, I believe.
Track position. Activity indicator. Selected. Lift button. Selected. Lift. Track position. 20 minutes.
Hold on.
20 minutes. 55 seconds.
I mean, 79% isn't that bad, but...
Web chat. 1. Heading. Video player. Heading. Track position. Next. Pause. Button. Play.
79% honestly isn't that bad, but, if you've been using your phone for 2 years... If you have been using your phone for 2 years, I would say it shouldn't be anywhere below 80%. Because 79% wear level means you... I mean, not wear level. 79% capacity means you have a 21% wear level, which I'll get to in more detail what wear level is, but
Screen locked.
my phone has an 83 well, this phone in particular, my iPhone 6 has a capacity of 83. It used to be 85, but then it went down to 79. Wait, what? Oh, 85. Okay. Yeah, my 6 went from... Yeah, but I'm asking, does it show the degraded, like the battery health degraded message on the bottom? That should be on the bottom of your battery health screen. Another way you can tell, I believe, and I'm not sure if Apple changed this, but if you go to your battery health, it should show the word service. And then that's when you'll actually know that it probably needs to be serviced. That Apple recommends it to be serviced. Because my battery health screen, even on my iPhone 6, it just shows battery health. But if Apple recommends your phone needs to be serviced, it might show battery health serviced. It might show battery health service. But I'm not sure if Apple took out the service part. Because I know when battery health was on beta, any phone that needed to be serviced showed battery health service beta or beta service, but it showed service anywhere. It showed service somewhere. Yeah, there is a warning at the bottom. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 79%. Do you have performance management applied or just normal peak performance? Because usually when it comes to battery health, you should start to see lower peak performance as soon as your battery capacity reaches 85%. However, that's not the same for everybody because some batteries can go down below 80% and still have normal peak performance. It really depends on how you've used your phone's battery. Yeah, if it shows the warning on the bottom, you're probably gonna have to... I would say it's a little too late to afford a battery replacement because I've actually heard that by 2019 they're raising battery replacement costs again. Yeah, if there is, normal peak performance, okay. Yeah, my 6 is at 83% maximum capacity, and it started to show some lower peak performance, and I think it's part of that I think is because I've been watching YouTube all the time on that phone, and so the battery kind of workloads kind of dropped, but it's been going back and forth between normal peak performance and needing performance management a few times, and then I've disabled performance management twice on my thing. So really it depends on how your battery was taken care of. That's what it really depends on. So I would recommend, because it's a little too late to get your battery replaced, unless if you want to urgently replace it now. But that's going to be a little tricky because holiday season is coming up. But I've heard that by January of next year, so once 2018 is over, they're going to raise battery replacement costs back to $79. And I honestly can't believe it. I think Apple wanted to lower it so that people who had older batteries could get battery replacements easily. They're raising that again. So I would say you can either get a battery replacement like immediately right now, but I would say that's that could get a little hectic. Honestly, I've never had any of my phones have battery replacements because my 6 is at 83%. My 6 is still good. So if you can't get your battery replaced, I would consider maybe upgrading. I mean, like, your 6S's battery at 79%, it can still be used, but you might start to see some performance issues. You're gonna start to see some noticeable performance issues once your battery wear level goes above 20%. That is 80% maximum capacity. That is below 80% maximum capacity. So I would recommend that if you're super concerned about your battery, either get it replaced or if you can't manage that right now, I would go about an upgrade. Or you could still continue to use your battery, but again you're going to see performance issues. It's probably because I use my TTS apps a lot and they drain battery. Yeah. So, I'm actually gonna do a TTS presentation on battery health, and what everything means and stuff, and kind of explain it a little bit more simpler than how Apple explains it in their article called iPhone Battery and Performance. Which, by the way, I've looked at a number of times and I've seen them updated a few times, but I would recommend you go check out that article if you haven't. But I decided to make my own presentation kind of in simpler terms, and I go into more in depth of battery. So wear level, the definition of wear level is how worn out your battery is. So wear level is basically the opposite of maximum battery capacity. Your maximum capacity is how much out of 100% of maximum capacity, how good your battery can hold its charge before it diminishes. So that's, a lot of CPU, how much CPU activity can it handle before it drops 1%. The wear level part is the remaining part of the battery that's worn out, and that's worn out. So a maximum capacity of, say, 95% will give you a wear level of 5%. So the average is that by 2 years, so once you've used your iPhone through its 2-year contract, your battery should be at a capacity of 80% or above, which is a wear level of 20% or below. So if you've used your phone for say 3.5 years and your battery is 75% maximum capacity, that's honestly understandable because you've used your battery for that long. But for a short amount of time for your battery to drop like that is definitely a problem. So again, I would recommend either getting your battery replaced. If you can't afford that, I would maybe upgrade. I would maybe consider about an upgrade. If you're seriously having problems with your phone's battery, because honestly, once a battery goes down from 80% maximum capacity, you're going to start to see some performance issues. So if you're really concerned about those, I would recommend getting your battery replaced or considering an upgrade. That doesn't mean you can't stop using your 6S. I mean, like, you can still use it. It's just it's just not going to be able to handle things that well. Because later on, the lower your capacity drops, the more performance management it's going to require, because the chemically older your battery, your peak performance, so that's your battery's ability to be able to deliver the right amount of voltage to every part of your phone, that's going to diminish. Once that diminishes, it's going to throttle your CPU, which it's done that to my 6 a few times, but it's going to throttle your CPU and presumably slow down your phone. Yeah, see a text-to-speech. One watching now. Okay, let me check
1:08 p.m.
this now.
Video player. Heading. Video player. Heading. Live chat. 1. Heading. Drive position. Live button. Drive position. Live button. Selected. Live.
Oh my god.
Pause button. Play. Play button.
Alright, so far for Carol requests, I have, Silver Bells, which I already did, but I'm gonna do that again, and Oh Holy Night, and then we'll do Mary's Boy Child. If you guys have any more Carol requests, leave them down in the comments below, and, so I'm still going to take Carol requests even once I finish this stream. So if you guys have any more, if you guys who are watching this after I finish, and you have any more Carol requests, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I would be happy to accept any more requests to complete my live event for Christmas.